Hello and welcome to the discussion of the Record Media Inventory Tracker. I'd like to give a little bit of review from the previous semester of the background of this project. So let's jump right into that. Cox provides service accounts to Eglin Air Force Base. Eglin Air Force Base takes these service accounts because their DoD network is so restricted. Units wish to have this unrestricted commercial internet and also television service so that they can do everyday tasks that they have to do that will not be impeded by the NIPRNet or the DoD provided network. So in order to do that, they use Cox Internet, and these accounts pile up in various units, and they're not appropriately tracked. So that's the idea behind my project, is to have a way to accurately track, record, and then report the services that Cox is providing to Eglin Air Force Base. So we have currently a media control officer known as an MCO, then the base media control officer that all the unit MCOs report to, and then the base MCO will talk to Cox and actually request that installs, modifications, disconnects take place for their services on Eglin. The next slide shows us some service accounts and what they might look like, a little window into them. We would like to accurately track these on Eglin instead of having each unit track them in their own way, and then the inventory is not accurate and we can't provide a report of exactly what we have on Eglin. So we want to automate that, and to do that we're going to use a centralized database. That's the idea behind my project, and we'd like to provide a service account request form. The service accounts would be connections, either cable TV or internet, that units request on Eglin. Now, to create this centralized database, I've come up with various documentation that will better define it. First of all, we have the project definition, we have the software project management plan, software requirement specification, software design document, risk management plan, and software test document. So each one of those were developed in the last semester, and they have been used to code the project and actually implement it. So quick review, the project definition had 5 sections, including a literature review, risk matrix, project budget, project timeline, and budget. So all of those kind of gave an overarching starting point upon which all the other documentation was built. As the name implies, the Software Project Management Plan, or SP&P, defines how the project will be managed during its construction. The Software Requirement Specification, or SRS, gives a detailed description of what will be included in the web application, right down to the user interfaces, workflows, and ER diagrams. The Software Design Document, or SDD, provides detailed design details for each component and the functionality each component will provide to the end user. The Risk Matrix, or Mitigation Document, includes a list of each of the possible risks and the plan to deal with them should any one of the risk factors occur. And then lastly, the Software Test Document provides a testing strategy and various methods that will be used to test the web application. Alright, so I'm going to try and give you a quick rundown of the record web application. We see a notice and consent banner to start with. We can go to view, custom search, and we can see all kinds of search options. I'm going to search all service accounts and search for the installation address building of 1425. We'll just keep the default results. You can pick various other ones. We're going to search them in all states and hit show. And we can see a list of all the ones that our search found. Click on one of these randomly and hit View Service Account. You can also export it to MS Excel. And here we see that it is currently making its way through the workflow, so it can't be edited. However, we can observe here what the current settings are for this service account. Now over here we go to Edit Service Account and New, where we can see we can put in a new service account. We can select from the organization, we can pick one of these, we can go Internet for our service account type, and we can select from the various options from the Order Select menu. We're going to select this speed and get a Cox modem and then pay for the installation fee, and then we can type in a username for the on-site POC that will meet the Cox rep for the install, and then a billing POC. We'll select, let's see, Norm Kaiser, and we'll get the master account listed here. Okay, we can write various comments. We'll put in the address, okay, and so on and so forth. We'll put in building 999 and room 132, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that should complete the filling of this form. There are various other tabs, such as custom order, where we can type in a custom order item. And we can type in a quantity and a price, and whether it's monthly reoccurring or a one-time fee. So we'd add that this way, and then that item right there will be added to this service account. We can drag and drop files in case we have any files associated with it, and we hit submit order, and it says that it was successfully submitted, so we can request another if we like. We can go into pending, and this is where things would be moved through the workflow. If you had either the Wing Cybersecurity Office or the BMCO, Base and Media Control Officer role, you can move things through the workflow this way. So you just select one of these and review the service account, and here we can see the options that were selected for this particular one. Going down to the bottom, we can hit disconnect service accounts. That's what was pending. It was pending a disconnect, so we don't want to do that. We'll go in here and hit change, and it shows all the accounts we have the rights to change. Here's an active one. We can hit change service account, and it's pretty much the same form. It shows all the details of the service account. We go into edit and disconnect, and we see all the ones that we can disconnect. Put in a disconnect request for edit master account new, and we can create a new master account this way. Hit add new master account. It says data format error. Okay, it can only be numbers, so we have to do numbers or dash and hit add new master account. Alright, so it was successfully created. We can also delete master accounts by selecting them from the menu, and we can see under this organization we have this many. We can delete one of them this way, and it was successful. Okay, we can go into user roles and find a user. So I'll type in myself and see what my roles are. I have all the roles, so I can edit them and hit modify user roles. Let me do something, affect somebody else's roles. Let's see. So I can change her roles, give her 2 roles, and it says user roles were successfully modified, and I can see if I type in her name again, you'll see that these are the roles that she has. Now, that concludes our discussion or presentation of the Record Media Inventory Tracker. web application.